Namaste to all creators all around the world. Didn't expect to go live today. Now we are going live again after today's Instagram, and we're going to do spiritual riffing. Some of you who are used to my work will know that every Sunday there is a spiritual riff that goes out there. Today we missed the spiritual riff. There was no, although in some countries it's passed. In the US, I know 12 has not yet reached, so we are still on time for the day. Array said first. It says young Rito was first, I think. Hi, Jay, great to see you. Pineapple Nation, hi, a lot of you. Hi from California, my favorite place, Gabriella. Everybody's here. Everybody's tuning in now. So, guys, very simple. First of all, I would like everybody to send their love and send their prayers to our brother Dan, who usually does all the beautiful editing for the channel. And because he has not been feeling so well the past 24 hours, he's not been able to edit the video. And that's why we've had this opportunity, this divine opportunity to come live here with you guys. So, yeah, everybody, please send your prayers, send your love that way as well. So we're going to just dive straight into it and go into some spiritual riffs. This is going to be free flow riffing. So you guys, you choose the topics, and I'm just going to channel whatever energies allow it to pass through and then send the message out to you guys. So you guys pick the messages. Inside the comments, a lot of love coming in. Julie is also in the UK, huh? It's like past midnight now. Getting late here. Okay, guys, you guys choose the topics. Let's start. So, riff on enlightenment. Okay, who's that from? Jay. Okay, right. We're gonna begin. I'm gonna hit some music just for a bit of. By the way, I just want to say for those of you who aren't used to the work that we do on the Sundays, it's always spiritual riff. Everything is one take, so there's no editing. It's just straight on raw. Whatever comes out, and it's just channeled. So very powerful information. So we're just going to go on enlightenment. I'm just going to silence the mind, but I want to put some music on just to add to the atmosphere a little bit. Let's try this song here. A lot of people always want to be spiritually awakened and always ask about this topic of enlightenment. How do I become enlightened? Or how do I even open up that third eye? And at the same time, they are seeking on this seeker's journey when in fact, some of the time, they don't even know what they're seeking for. Because if you talk about opening up your third eye, what is it that you actually want to see? Or is it that you want to manifest? Because if you want to manifest, maybe that's a different question, not about enlightenment in that way. Because what if you become more enlightened? It's almost like opening up Pandora's box and realizing that everything that you thought was real actually not real, and everything that actually is not in your existence right now is actually in existence. And when that truth actually prevails and comes out, it's almost like opening up Pandora's box, and it may come as a shock at one point, because once you go down that rabbit hole, there is no path of returning, because you can't unlearn what you already know. So actually, sometimes on that seeker's journey, to ask you this question is very, very powerful. My master once said, if God was actually presented right in front of you right now, what would you actually say? What would you actually do? You would just sit there and you would just say, thank you. Is that it? Well, why not just look up and say thank you? So next time you ask for enlightenment, you need to be on the seeker's journey of understanding why you want enlightenment. That way, you'll be able to find the right answers. Wow, that was the timing to the music. What was that? Guys, I don't know what just happened there. I don't know what I just said. Hope it was powerful for you guys. Riff on becoming a clear channel. That's a very good one. AV, songbird. Is that what it is? AV. Okay. AV. Okay. So let me find some music first. What music do I feel for this one? What is this one? Maybe something like this. What is this? Okay, this is nice. What have we got? What was the topic again? Let me have a look. I read it out just a second ago. Where are you, AV? What was the topic? Can somebody repeat it? What was the topic again? Anybody can recall what I just said? Riff on becoming a clear channel. Okay. It's really interesting because a lot of the time, a lot of people, they always want to connect to the divine. When in fact, a lot of the time, what's actually happening is they are kind of getting drips and drabs of this because things aren't actually in full flow right now. And why is that? Is because of the energy channels. A lot of the time people talk about chakras, but what they don't understand is that actually beyond the 7 chakras, there's something way beyond that, because there's a lot of different energy points within that body, that mind and soul, that spirit that needs to be opened up. And becoming that clear flow is very, very important. Why? Is because most people, it's just like this tap. Imagine a tap that is just dripping and it's dripping. And this is like bits of information, bits of knowledge from the collective consciousness that is just coming through bit by bit. And that's why it's unclear, because a lot of the time that those drips are being contaminated with all our conditioning, our mind. But what's very powerful is the moment we are able to open up all the energy channels, we allow that water just to flow pure, just to flow clear. And when we have that clarity, everything in life we see, and it just comes out clear. So we have no confusion. But the biggest problem is a lot of people, they haven't opened up those energy points and they're not allowing those energies just to flow. I would like to finish that off. I would like to finish that off on a message of yoga. And I'm going to start, and this is a commitment to you guys, I'm going to start doing some yoga videos to practice some asanas, teach you guys how to actually open up these energy channels. That just came in. I don't know why I just committed to teaching yoga also. Namaste to all. Apparently that's supposed to come out. And I think that song was too slow. Now it speeds up. Okay, let's go. Next. What do you guys want on riff on the relationship between God and the devil? Oh, okay. Let's have a look what music we have first. Nah, not that. Nah, not that. What's this one? Nah, not that. No, don't like. Too slow. Can we have something a bit more, slightly faster maybe? What's this? What's happening here? A bit slow. Okay, here we go. We're going to run with this one. Okay, what was the thing again? Okay, I'm going to riff on actually a different one. Right now, it's just popped into the chat. It looks pretty cool. It's by Miss Looks 3, whatever the name actually is. Miss Looks 3. I'll go with that one for now. Riff on insecurity and blockages. A lot of people are always coming up to me and saying, Eric, I feel that my energies are blocked. Can you take a look at me? Can you tell me what's actually going on here? But actually, this whole wording around blockages actually holds its own vibration and energy. And the moment we define ourselves by saying that we have a blockage, that blockage becomes even more powerful. Because what's really interesting, and I say to a lot of people, is the moment you think you've got a blockage and you say, I've got a blockage, that's why I can't do XYZ. I've got a blockage, that's why I can't put myself in front of camera. I've got a blockage because, and that's why I can't speak to someone. But actually, put a moment to your head where a gun is pointed to your head, everything, all blockages will suddenly become no blockage. And why is that? Because when we have no choice, there is no blockage. And this is the thing with people. You need to understand that that potential, that power is within you. And that power within you is greater than any blockage, because blockage is just some terminology. It's just some name. And the more you speak about it, the more you think about it, that energy will become greater and greater and take charge of your life until you find that desire. What is the reason why you want to get out of that blockage? What is the outcome that you really want? Because when you focus on that outcome and the reason why you want it, that why, that emotion is the energy and motion that will drive you towards that destination. And all blockages, all barriers will be released immediately. That music. Oh, guys. I don't know what I just said there, but I think something was supposed to come out there for whoever it is, you blessed souls out there. Let me find another piece of music before I read the next one, okay? What do we have? Okay, this one. What's this one like? A little bit slow, huh? A little bit slow also. Guys, thanks for tuning in, by the way, and having this fun at midnight with me, huh? Okay, that's a bit funky. We'll go with that one. Never tried one with that. What have we got? Okay. Takesha says, how to recognize your purpose. Okay, we'll go with that one, Takesha. Okay, there's going to be a funky music on this one, so we'll see what comes out. It's funny when people are kind of like just their hands in their head and they're wondering, what is my purpose? What is my passion? Why am I actually here? Why are we actually all here in this existence? And a lot of the time, people don't actually start moving. They don't actually start taking action until they kind of be able to know what that purpose is, when in fact that purpose cannot be found by hand in head, cannot be found by sitting there and thinking about it, because actually purpose is actually when you become purposeful in every moment, that greater purpose actually comes out. And what that means is we have to be in the act of doing. Sometimes we say, but Eric, what do I do? You actually just need to see what is actually coming in front of you, and you need to take action on those points, because nothing happens by accident, meaning everything that comes into your life is there for a reason. So it's there for you to recognize and say, hey, I have attracted this thing. I have manifested this thing because that is my vibration, therefore my reality. So I need to accept in the actions I need to take to actually make this great, to actually practice kindness, to actually practice success and make this thing that I'm doing right now successful. Although I don't know where it will lead, but maybe sometimes if we know where it leads, then it becomes not purposeful. Just almost like when you're watching a movie, when you already know what the outcome is. What is the purpose of watching the movie if you already know what's going to happen? And the best movies, isn't the best movies, those ones with the twist at the end, where you get that, oh, I never expected that to happen. That is what makes the best movie. So when you're asking about purpose, when you're asking about passion, when you're asking about destiny, why not just surrender to the universe and just say, hey, I'm just going to flow in this moment. I'm going to do what I can because I know every action I take right now is the thing that leads me to that purpose and that destiny. That was a funky tune, huh? Oh, you guys know the names of the songs or something, is it? Let me have a look. What else have we got? I'm going to choose the song first, okay? And then let me have a look. What else have we got? What is this one? Not really. Don't think so. What about this? A little bit slow, huh? So many messages coming in, you guys. I'm going to do a few more, only because I do need to rest soon, and also this is takes a lot of energy. What is this one? Oh no, that one will really take all my energy. Wow, what are these? Oh, okay, not with lyrics, maybe. Let's miss that one. Nah, that's not a good folder. This one? That will be beautiful. We're doing this one. Okay, let us see. Okay, I like that one. Karen Anderson. Karen Anderson, riff on dreams of flying out of outer body. Okay. Riff on dreams of flying out of body. Okay. It's become very popular recently, the terms of lucid dreaming and astral traveling and taking that out of body experience, which everybody's trying to experience these days. And I think what people don't understand is that when you are in dream, you are actually not in dream, how we know it as that fake world, and actually waking up into reality. But what if that dream was actually reality? Because a lot of the time, all you need to do is just take a deep breath in. And the moment you close your eyes, when you close your eyes and you spend that time somewhere else and you feel the emotions and the energies flowing while you're enjoying the visualization, what you call it, and then you come back suddenly into reality of opening your eyes into this reality, you will sometimes think, where am I and where did I go? But if you dare to ask, where were you if you were not here in that moment, you will realize that you were actually in another dimension. But the question is, whether you are actually willing to fully dive into that dimension. Because right now, a lot of the time, we know we are closed eyes in meditation, physical and spiritual. We see these as two separate things. But what if we were to bring these two things together and come to acceptance that actually we can dive right into it? Because in those moments, flying, in those moments, that moment of avatar or inception, where you can go from one tunnel to another through the third eye and all the different chakra points, we can enter into different dimensions. Time becomes very different. And this is not so far-fetched, because if we really look at how life is right now, the science behind it, even if you go onto another planet, time is different. So what is there to say that this world doesn't actually really exist? When you close your eyes, you visualize, and it feels like you've gone for a lifetime, or in dream, you feel like you've gone in a lifetime. And then you come back and you realize it's just been an hour of sleep. But what if everything you thought wasn't real was actually real? I don't know, but that was nice. And that is very, very linked actually to a lot of things I've been speaking about recently, especially on today's Creator Circle hangout. For those of you who are on, a dream in a dream, Inception, very powerful. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Let's see what music we have. Okay. Okay, we can do this one. Thanks for all the love, by the way. You guys are amazing. Okay, we're gonna do one final one. Let's see which one we decide to roll with here. Wow, you guys are typing so way too fast. um, hmm. Okay, I see one that's a repeat and it's keep showing up. So I'm going to go with this one. Although it's not, I don't think it was going to be my choice, but for some reason, I'm feeling that this needs to be spoken about. So MWR, riff about religions. Okay. We live in an interesting world where a lot of people today, they are fighting over whether this religion is real or that religion is real, and so many rules and so many commands how things should be and how life should be lived, when in fact actually everything is just a interpretation, or maybe we can even use the word misinterpretation of what was set as a different intent from the beginning. Because actually, if you look between all the different scriptures, so whether you call it the Bible or whether you call it the Quran or whatever you want to call it, all these scriptures, all of them have this parallel. Because if we understand that there is that collective consciousness and everything is actually in place already, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, meaning everything is kind of already there and has always been there, except through time it has just been energy that has been transferred. And that energy that's been transferred, and I think the biggest human flaw that we have right now, or restriction, if I can say it that way, is that language has restriction. If you really think about it this way, just even if we think of the word love, if we had to describe the feeling of love, everybody was used different words. How can you actually describe what love actually is? It's this feeling, and words cannot even be powerful enough to describe it. And we can, people try to define religion and gods using the word God. If I ask you this question very simply, I say, what is God, or who is God? In how many words would you need to try and express yourself to say God is the Almighty, God is everything, God is the universe, God is you, God is me, God is within all of us? And you have all of these things where actually we start to understand that it is so powerful. Words cannot actually explain it. So how can we take it into scripture and then pass the message on, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the terminology when we say Chinese whispers. When information is passed from one to another, we add a bit of salt, we add a bit of pepper, and what happens is a whole new flavor starts coming out of it. And this is the misinterpretation that has traveled through time. But actually, when one comes to the awakening and starts being able to take a lot of these religions and finding the parallel between them, they will see that actually the intent is to keep the system in place, keep the people knowing what to do, and actually living the best and fullest life ever. But the biggest problem is how everybody conveys it and fights over it. And I think that today, it's better that people should just accept, if a religion works for you, makes you more happier, makes you more positive, then that's a good thing. If religion is there and it makes people negative, it makes people fight, then I don't think that religion is serving its purpose. So I think at the end of the day, we only strive for one thing. We only live for one thing. Live for love, live for kindness, live for positivity. Go out there, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter if you need to pick up a lucky charm, a bracelet, a stone, a rock, whatever you want to call that divine power. Call it, name it, you name it, whatever you want, because it doesn't matter what name you give it. It will never be as powerful as what that energy actually is. You cannot use words to define God. I think I'm done for the day. You guys are amazing. Really. Thank you so much. I'm speaking to all of you right now. Like all of the support, all of the positivity, all of the support on the channel as well. I didn't know last January. I really didn't know. I just decided just to go on YouTube. I didn't know that a year later we would have close to 1 million followings now, and the channel's reached out to around 35 million people, I think. Just a lot of gratitude, really, from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what else to say, but I love you. I love you all. You're all extremely powerful. You're all divine. You're all beautiful, beautiful spirits. And my love, my blessings, my energy will always be with you. Cynthia, thank you for your generosity, high vibrations. You guys are amazing. I think I'm done for now. Good night to you. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you tuned in. Love and blessings to all. Namaste. See you guys next time. Ciao.